Welcome back to another Retro Indie Spotlight. I'm your host, Gaming Jay, and today we're leading more into the retro, although also indie, but sort of in remake territory, so I don't know how you'd classify this one. It's a little break from the upcoming indie games by indie devs on Steam. This game is Link's Awakening DX HD, which you might be saying, oh, it looks like a nice sort of, a nice implementation of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. One of my all-time, if not probably my personal all-time favorite Legend of Zelda game. And you might also be wondering why we're playing this, considering I did a very thorough playthrough of Link's Awakening on my channel previously as part of the 1001 quest. We're playing it here today because somebody took the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening and they updated it. And they updated it in a very cool way. And I think I am super late to the party. In fact, I think this project has technically been taken down, so nobody tell Nintendo. But we are here today to just look at what passionate fans can do when they're passionate. This is, you'll see in a second sort of what's going on here, but this game starts off as a normal Link's Awakening. You wake up. The interface looks a little nicer than the old Game Boy days. Obviously, things are in color. We'll go ahead and talk to Terran here, and he'll give us our shield. As I say, I did a full playthrough of this on my channel before, so we're not going to necessarily be playing through the whole thing, but check this out. Look at that! It is a true HD update. Now, normally in Legend of Zelda, in Link's Awakening here, like when I get to the edge here, this would be a whole new screen. And then if I go up, this would be a whole new screen. This would be a whole new screen. Like, obviously, the screens would scroll. That's like classic Zelda. But in Link's Awakening HD DX updated 2025 edition, you literally can just see the entire world all at once. And in fact, there is a way to do this. I think you can scale this puppy out. And like you could literally play like this far zoomed out. Like look at this. Now that is a zoomed out Legend of Zelda. What's kind of curious and interesting about this, so I actually played around with this today just for fun, and it really actually changes the dynamic of the game a bit. I mean, first of all, enemies are active on every screen. That's actually pretty crazy. This game does come with the source code, and I took a quick peek at it. I thought it was a completely custom written, just like they didn't use any of the original code. It was just all rewritten, but it looks like some sort of like pseudo Game Boy port, so I'm not 100% sure how this was made. But obviously when you can see screens and screens away from you, it changes the dynamic. Well, dungeons become less mazy, but the whole overworld becomes a lot less difficult to navigate, but kind of in a, I dare I say, improved way. I know the purists will hate me for it, but as someone who loved Legend of Zelda, you know, Link's Awakening, played the hell out of it on the Game Boy. The only thing I sort of disliked about the game was, especially in the overworld, I would sometimes get lost, even with years and years of experience in playing. But with this, I feel like I never am that lost. I kind of like it. Even in the dungeons, I don't know. I guess it is cheating. Technically, we're going to turn the video settings back to sort of their default. Oh my god, you can go at like 1/3 scale. You can play the game at, this level of resolution. Like I'm technically playing. That is a little too far. I haven't played around with too many of these video settings here, so hold on. If we go to auto is pretty good. Smooth camera. What does smooth camera do? Back to game. I guess it probably just smooths the camera out a bit, which I kind of like. So this is Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening with all the modern fixins. Now for us here today, I thought it'd be fun to kind of play through the first dungeon and just sort of explore the world a bit. But it's remarkable when you scale up Link's Awakening and are allowed to see multiple screens away. I feel like it only makes it like more interesting to me. Like I kind of want to replay the entire game from scratch, you know. which maybe I will do in my off time. I won't subject you guys to it because it's like an 8-hour commitment. Also, the game does get a little cryptic about halfway through, and there's like a fetch quest that you have to go on where you trade like a mermaid scale for an umbrella, for a honeycomb, and I definitely had to look that up when I played that. So we'll keep it brisk here today, but I just discovered this and I wanted to share it with you guys. I thought it was so cool. There was honestly, there was like a random YouTuber that got recommended to me who was playing this. I'm gonna put a link to his video in the description, so go show him some love if you are watching this. I truthfully do not remember his name off the top of my head, so I don't want to even try. Oh god, the dog got me. Even try to remember because I know I'll get it wrong, but it's just so cool. And you know, you can still attack the chickens, and then like a bunch of chickens will like fly at you and stuff, but it's cool how like things like the dog and stuff can like now cross screens. Like, it just makes the game feel so much more alive. It's difficult to describe. Also, I don't think you could go behind these fences in the original. I think you would get stopped here. So that's an upgrade too. I don't know how they did this. Whoever did it, they did it, and it was awesome. You know what? Also, though, checking this game out today did get me thinking. Truthfully, I don't know anything about the Link's Awakening that they remade for the Switch recently. I don't know if it operates like this or it keeps the like one screen dynamic. When you get to the edge of the screen, it like scrolls into the next one. I think it probably should do that because it's more of like a pure remake, but this is such a cool way to play the game. And honestly, I think I will play it all the way through at some point. But it's weird how it like modernizes the game so much. You know, not that I don't think the game doesn't hold up, you know, like the Link's Awakening. I think it does hold up over time. I think it's still a very good game. It's still very playable, very fun. You know, even if you were playing the original Game Boy game or you had like it on a Game Boy emulator, even the non-color version I think is still very good. But at the same time, when you add these little like modern flourishes, like a smooth camera and like a wide field of view so you can like see the world around you, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. I kind of like it. So I don't know. Let's get healed by the fairy. I wouldn't hate if when you were in the forest, if like the edges were shaded as black so you couldn't see what was outside the forest. Like I wouldn't mind if they like zoned it off a little more. But I am also impressed, like if you notice the forest has a bit of a fog shader on it. In some of the dungeons we'll see, there are definitely light effects going on. Now one effect that does spoil over here is that raccoon there. In the Game Boy version, he's like, I'm going to play a trick on you, and if you try to walk up, what he does is he actually teleports you to another part of the forest. In the Game Boy version, you had no idea that he teleported you. You just thought he made an infinite hallway. But in this, it's very obvious that he's teleported you. So some effects, their meaning changes a little bit with this version, of course. But I still maintain it's an awesome idea. You know what I need to find is a mushroom. I need to find a mushroom because I need magic powder to sprinkle on the raccoon to get him to... Oh my god. Injured again. Hey, the fairy princess came back. Heal me up. Close your eyes and relax and let me soothe you with a series of magical hearts. I'm not even going to speculate what's happening there. Alright, in here I think? And it actually has really good transitions for when you go into caves. So, I really don't know a ton about this. And again, I'm late to the party. I think this game has been out for years. So if anyone in the comments wants to fill me in, I guess I could have done more research before I decided to just jump into this here today. But frankly, I was just too excited. I was like, holy crap! I gotta play that right away. Okay, a magic mushroom. The toadstool. Alright, that's what we needed. How do we get out of here? I'm trapped. Hold on, try this again. Go like this. Like this. Like this. And then like this. Nope. Down. There we go. Come on, slimes. Slime buckets. One thing I actually don't know either is whether the colors here are the colors used from the... I presume it's the colors used in the Game Boy Color version of this game. I also don't know if those flowers were animated in the original. I don't think they were. I think they upgraded a lot. I feel like when you cut down grass and stuff, there's a much richer set of leaves that fall off. So I feel like this game, it got a series of updates, you know. Probably, oops, maybe they drew inspiration from the Game Boy Color version or whatnot. There was a piece of Triforce there. Skip it now for brevity. So, I did play this recently. I passed the first dungeon because I was trying it out, but I know where I'm going. Got to give her the mushroom. It mixes me up. Little magic powder. A little white snow there to sprinkle on the nose of the raccoon to make him go nuts, give him the energy he needs. It's, you know, I mean, I guess we're mixing it from mushrooms and not coca leaves, but, you know, you could interpret it as something else that's being sprinkled on that raccoon's nose there. Guy poked me. Okay, so if you don't sprinkle the stuff on the raccoon, in the Game Boy version you go up, and then just instantly you're over here, and it kind of looks like you're in the same area, and you're like, what the heck? If you check your map, you'll realize you teleported. But again, in this version is very obvious, you know, the trick the raccoon is playing, so. Oh god. I'm gonna try and skip all these guys. There's also way more enemies in the forest than I kind of realized in the old Game Boy version. Like, you get a whole new perspective on the levels. Anyway. Tail key. Alright. That's all we needed. We can now go to the first dungeon. Let's head over there and do that. Oh god. I don't know if those guys are like aim at you or they fire randomly, but I feel like they get me more than not. So yeah, I love the village. It's so cool. Look at this village! It's so neat to see the whole thing. I wonder if they upgraded... I didn't check out this shop here. I wonder if they upgraded this at all. Nah, it's the same as it's always been. How much is it to play? Trendy game. Alright, let's play. I mean, even the dialogues and stuff are slightly updated. They look a little better. We're gonna go ahead and get the Yoshi doll. Oh, baby. Yay, Yoshi! Alright, gimme. Woohoo, Yoshi doll. I think that's the first sort of step in a long series of trades. And eventually you get something essential. I forget what you get. The first time I ever heard about this game, I can't remember if I talked about this when I actually played the sort of original version of this. Oh my god, these guys even have little shadows. That is nuts. The level of detail put into this fan project is insane. This fan indie project, which is also retro, hence Retro Indie Spotlight. I can't remember if I talked about this when I played the game for realsies, but the first time I ever heard of this game was on a Canadian TV show called Video and Arcade Top 10. It was like a video game show that I would watch religiously. And basically they would have like 4 or 5 kids. They would set them up in front of like TVs or whatever, and they would just play games, and whoever got the farthest in like 15 minutes won. And while the kids were playing, the host would just talk about the game, and you would just get to watch gameplay. So the first gameplay I ever saw of this game was on that show. As I described the show, it's basically a commercial, right? Like literally kids would just play video games. The host would like sell you on the game, and you just watched kids play, and then kids would get like a t-shirt at the end or something, you know? So it was basically just a way to sell video games to kids. I loved it. I wanted it. I wanted to watch it. I wanted them to sell me games. And by the way, this dungeon I feel like looks so cool where you can like see everything. It makes the dungeons feel bigger, I feel, and less claustrophobic, which again takes away maybe some of the exploration, some of the mystery of what you're going to find around every corner. But I would say if you've played this game before, then play this. It's awesome. If you haven't played this game before, maybe play the original. Before you play this. And look, these crystals, they like light things up. If I destroy this, it gets darker. Like, that's such a cool detail. Even these fire guys have like light coming out of them. Jesus, buddy. Ow. So Video and Arcade Top 10, that's where I first heard about this game. And that's actually where I heard about a lot of Super Nintendo games back in the day, because there was no internet when I was a kid. It's like the way you learned about things is you just watched video game things on TV. And as I say, I loved it. I loved it. I would have, you know, I knew it was a commercial. I didn't care. I was like, commercial me. But I remember first watching this game be played and just being drawn to it. Like seeing the opening part where they get the shield and then they go through the forest. I think maybe one or two kids got to this dungeon, but like that's as far as they got. And I just remember looking at that, watching them play this game and think, wow. Because here's the thing, I never played the Legend of Zelda, the first one on NES back in the day. I played Link's Adventure. Me and a friend beat it, if you can believe that, every day after school at his house. We were kids and we eventually beat it. And I knew about the Super Nintendo version of Link. That was out when this came out. And I thought that game was awesome and I always wanted it, but my parents just, for whatever reason, never got it for me. I don't think they were anti-Link, but it's like it just didn't end up happening. I didn't ask for it hard enough, I suppose. But when I got a Game Boy, I remember specifically asking for this game for Christmas. My grandma got it for me. And I think I explained this memory when I did play through the game, but it's a favorite memory, so I'm going to explain it again. I remember one day I was waiting in the parking lot at KFC because I think I was homesick or something. And as a treat, they said they would get me KFC for lunch, which was awesome. Normally when you're sick, your parents don't get you anything, but I think I must have been really like actually sick. I wasn't faking this time. And I remember sitting in the parking lot. My grandma's like, I have to go in and order the food. You just wait here. I'm like, okay. And I had my Game Boy and I just played. I think I was playing the second dungeon of this game. And I just played and played for like 20 minutes. It took forever for the food to come, and I didn't care. I did not care one iota, because I had this game, you know? And that's, I think, the power of a good game. Is like, you just want to keep playing it, and yeah, I don't know. So I played this in the parking lot of KFC, and it was awesome. There, that's my random memory for you guys. But yeah. Even playing it as an adult, still fun. And yeah, just this super wide view. Like, tell me this doesn't look cool. Lie to me and tell me it doesn't look cool. Oh yeah, these things. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention to my health. Okay, well we have to beat the first dungeon, so we're going back in. Oh, you can't shield bump those guys. Get out of here. Oh, here we go. The skeletons are going down now. Boom. Ow. Just like hits the bat across the level. Okay. These guys try and get hearts. After the club, there are hearts. That's all motor memory, by the way. I, truthfully, like, there's some parts of this game. Oh yeah, look, there's a boss waiting for us. That's funny. Hey buddy, you want to fight? Do this. Oh, the power up. Yeah, there you go. Oh my god! happened there? I killed him, but I died in the process of killing him. That was very random and hilarious. I'm just trying to run past all these guys. Is he still alive? Do I have to fight him again? I do. Thankfully, he didn't glitch the game out. Ow. Oh, dick. Hit him again! Hit him again! Hit him again! Oh my god! I feel like that guy was a little tougher than I remember. Yes, give me that fairy. Jump. Think I have the master key. Think I got it. Oh, Jesus. Alright, well, I took a hit. Buzz, buzz, outsider. Okay. I think spin attacks do more damage, so I'm gonna try and get him with spin attacks. Oof. Oh, 2 spin attacks. Alright. Easy. And then we get, the guitar of awesomeness. The full moon cello. And off we rock and go. Just hearing the Windfish song takes me back. I mean, reminds me of like Marin and her arc and like what happens when you beat the island and yeah, all that stuff. Oh, and the owl has more to say to us. Hoot hoot, that is an instrument of the sirens. Man, I want KFC now. Now, I've been really hungry all day and now I'm like craving fried chicken. Because I was just talking about it. Maybe I'll get some. Maybe I'll treat myself. You know, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, this has been Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening HD DX Ultra Remake Indie version. This is just a game I happened to stumble upon. I will link to the YouTuber whose video I caught, who also had a pretty recent video. So I think he's also late to the party, but man, we're both discovering an awesome, awesome game here. As I say, I think the project is technically taken down, but if you guys are resourceful online, you'll find it. And I'll leave it at that. Guys, if you did enjoy the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening HD remake, whatever look, give me a like, give me a subscribe, all that stuff, because it's the right thing to do. Also, you know, if you played the Nintendo Switch version of this game, I actually would be curious to hear what the Switch version is like. I know you can make dungeons. I know the graphical style looks a little different. It's sort of not pixel art, but it is also sort of, it honors the like sort of cartoony feel of Link. So I've seen the updated art. I know you can make dungeons the same way you can make levels like a Mario Maker, but I don't know too much else about it. I don't know if it has this different view, but if it does, let me know. I'm curious. But all right, you know, since we made it to save Bow Wow here, we'll go ahead and beat one more boss, and then I'll formally sign off. Must be an assassin sent by Madam. Yeah, I'm an assassin. Come to murder you. Ow. Ow. I'm gonna do charged attacks on him. Okay, come on, buddy. Ooh, I got 3 attacks on him there. Ow. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah! Such a satisfying, like, bam, bam, bam sound. Now we save Bow Wow, which is a Chomp Chomp from Mario. This game has Shy Guys, Chomp Chomps, all sorts. It has Goombas. What the random Mario characters ended up in here. Anyway, guys, it's been fun. I hope you did like the video. Hope this was very nostalgic for you as it was for me. I will catch you in the next one. Until next time, my friend, do take care of yourselves. And if you know of any remarkable, crazy fan projects, you know, I like to play indie games on this Retro Indie Spotlight, you know, channel. That's the whole premise. We look for upcoming cool indie games that have a retro style or tint to them. We check them out. But I'm totally down to check out fan indie projects too. So if you know any good ones, any that are looking for promotion, let me know. And I might just check it out. Until next time, folks, you take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. Alrighty, guys. Peace.